And now the starting lineup for your San Antonio Spurs. 6'9", at forward, number 10, Jeremy Sylvan. 6'1" guard, number 33, Trey Jones. 6'5" forward, number 24, Devin Vassell. 7'1" center, number 25, Jakob Poeltl. 6'6", at forward, number 3, Keldon Johnson.
Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying this. Happy Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup in the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Out on the perimeter, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr. Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in at center. And it's Murray in at the 1. And for the Spurs, sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's Jones. And it's Sohan in at the power forward. I think it's pretty clear, Greg, what the goal is for this Denver organization long term.
It's simple, Kevin. Make it to the finals. The Nuggets have never been there. They've been close reaching a conference finals on more than one occasion.
Now here's Jones. Johnson surveying the floor. No good on the shot. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Jokic with the screen on Jones. Passes to Jokic. Caldwell Pope right side. Jokic sets the screen for Caldwell Pope. Good.
And just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Now here's Jones. There's the pass to Vassell. Johnson against Porter. Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Off target from three-point range. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Covered by Vassell. Here's Jokic. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope. Looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Johnson. Poeltl with a screen on Porter. Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And guys, Keldon Johnson has continued to perfect his craft.
A very flexible forward, scoring the ball better than he ever has. And that growing confidence you can see. He can spot up or shoot or slash his way to the rim.
Shooting 2. That free throw missing. And Greg, Keldon Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And after a 2-decade-plus playoff streak, the Spurs have been in the lottery the last 3 seasons, and they're focused more on youth and development.
Now, here's Jokic. 23 points his last outing. The Nuggets moving the ball around. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Here's Johnson. He had 25 points last game. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Richard, the Spurs with one of the youngest rosters in the league. Some quality young talent that they're very excited about.
And also acquiring draft capital. And they have a history of finding some great players outside the lottery like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
You're right. They've always done it.
Yeah, you got to when you're a small market. Got to invest in development.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for Denver. Smith against Wesley. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
Now, here's Brown. Pass to Highland. A 3-ball. And Wesley pulls it down.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich, on March 11, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to apologize to Pop, because if it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
Well, I think he would say that's completely not true. But he had to be one of the great coaches you played for.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Najee's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
And such a young, exciting core for the Nuggets. The MVP, Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., and Jamal Murray. This group has a chance to be a contender for years to come.
Smith finds Green. That one good for 2.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs trail by 8. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wesley the pass to Collins. Hits it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Highland. Green with a screen on Richardson. And he dunks it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
No tricks, only treats here, Greg, is we've got NBA action on Halloween. Greg, I have seen you sport some very interesting costumes over the years.
Yeah, the kids love it when I get dressed up and go trick-or-treating with them, and then I get to go through their candy stash, so it's really good.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. The forward spots will be Porter Jr. and Gordon. Murray and Caldwell Pope, the guards. It's Najee in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so here's Denver. Keldon Johnson unable to get his last shot to go. Najee passes to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Najee. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Jones looking for an opening. Passes it to Sohan. Here's Vassell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And one on Caldwell Pope.
First team.
Greg, Devin Vassell came in as a 3-and-D type player, but he's grown beyond that.
He has added secondary ways to contribute on offense. Still not a great shot creator, but can finish plays in a variety of ways to help his team.
And that one falls for Vassell. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, a couple Hall of Fame.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there. And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. Now, here's Vassell. Basket good. The Nuggets leading by 5. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Murray, good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the pass to Johnson. 3-pointer. Vassell, no good. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Murray outside. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And again, it's Denver.
And let's be honest, Murray has never seen a shot he didn't like, especially these mid-range jumpers.
Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pirtle kicks to Vassell. Jones in the post, defended by Gordon. For Denver, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Caldwell Pope. And now it's an 11-point Denver lead. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pirtle with a screen on Porter. Johnson the pass to Pirtle. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. No good that time. Now, here's Jokic, covered by Vassell. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Porter against Johnson. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run, and he knocks down the jumper. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
Knocking down the J. Keldon Johnson, your classic NBA wing.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Denver Nuggets.
They've got the lead in large part because of their rebounding advantage. They came out like a bunch of junkyard dogs. Whoa, I wouldn't want to play against that.
And let's take a moment to shift gears. Check out the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the Thunder, this one should be very informative. We'll just see how even these teams are. The rankings might not tell the whole story.
Projections mean nothing to me.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Jones. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Sohan in a power forward. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now, here's Jokic. Shoots over Pirtle, and that one's good. Jokic has got 10 points. In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge, and the challenge was, how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game, and I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
You always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career is going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Michael Porter Jr. was a top prospect in his high school class, but his back injury has presented a constant challenge. He says, it changed my perspective. I'm just going to get up every day and try to be better than I was the day before. If I'm giving my best every day, I'm good. Back to you guys.
Well, you hope he stays healthy. That has been a concern. Thanks, David. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Spurs fans, no reason to gripe when we got the Spurs hype bar.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Wesley. Pass to Vassell. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. From past the arc. And Jokic with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And Jokic signing a huge extension this offseason. Largest contract at the time it was signed. You knew it was coming, as he just means so much to the franchise. And that's the cost for a back-to-back MVP.
Now, here's Vassell. Following the miss by Jokic. 1:30 left here in the third quarter.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Smith against Wesley. Smith the pass to Najee. Caldwell Pope up top. Shot clock at 6. Chalk up 2 there. Caldwell Pope's got his second basket.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
59 seconds left to play here in the third. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Passes it to Wesley. They need this one. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Spurs have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
At the line for San Antonio, Wesley. At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. And the Spurs with some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Zach Collins. Keita Bates-Diop comes in for Roby. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Vassell. He hits the second from the line. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Smith. That's tipped. And here's Richardson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Smith against Wesley. Over Smith. San Antonio again missing. Here's Highland. Green with a screen on Richardson.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
so it's the Denver Nuggets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
The fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Spurs trail by 16, so on the floor for Denver. Highland in the backcourt with Murray to his side. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. Stripped it away. Here's Highland. Richardson covering. Highland passes to Gordon. The dish to Murray. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Brown. For the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Johnson outside. That one doesn't go. Gordon with the defensive effort. Denver leading by 14. Murray outside. Porter in the corner. On the wing, Gordon. Here's Highland. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Denver calls timeout.
And after spending his first 7 years in Orlando, Aaron Gordon traded in 2021, going from the Magic, a team out of the playoffs, to a team chasing a title.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Now, Vassell, after the missed three from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Vassell kicks to Johnson.
2 minutes remaining.
6 to shoot.
2 minutes.
Hurdle with a screen on Porter. And here's Johnson outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And they recover it. Feeds it to Gordon. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
One shot.
And that one misses.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nuggets.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year. Actually, their fifth win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
And you got to give appreciation to how Berto punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
Now here's Jones. Back to Johnson. The pass to Vassell. Hurdle with a screen on Brown. Here's Vassell. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Murray with it. Pass to Jokic. And Pirtle pulls it down. Vassell finds Jones. Pass to Sohan. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Now here's Brown. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Jamal, you really got after it tonight, and obviously the game means a lot to you. How do you find that edge?
I just play better when I have that motion. And we were very physical, aggressive from early on. And we handle hits and handle the streaks and runs all game. So today was just a bounce-back game, and we look forward to continue this.
Well, you kept your head, and it led to a win. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.